What's up, guys? Cody here with a live video, and today I wanted to just chat with you guys, see how this went. I don't usually ever get to actually do live streams as much anymore, and I know a lot of people have asked me to do some, but ever since a lot of the stuff that's been going on in my life, I haven't had actually an opportunity to do one, but now I do. So, what's up, everybody? Let's see if anybody drops in here and see where the chats and stuff go. I've never actually streamed on this phone live. This is on my iPhone 10 Max, I guess, whatever it is. Fairly. What's up, guys? What's up, Mr. Nichols? So, yeah, if you guys have anything you guys want to ask, feel free to ask. I mean, the realm of whatever you guys want to ask me, I guess really doesn't have any limitations. I mean, if someone wants to ask me why I'm fatter than holy hell, well, I like food. That should be a given. um, but, um, but yeah, let's see where what people want to ask. Are you a fan of fighting games? I actually got quite a few of them on my PlayStation 4. I have the new Mortal Kombat. It's a really cool Power Ranger game that's called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid I bought last year. Injustice 1 and 2. I got a few Dragon Ball Z ones. So, yes, I did pre-order the Friday the 13th set. I'm very excited to get that, so you guys can look forward to a review for that. What do you think about the new TMNT story? Where's just one brother alive? Is this a new comic or a new comic book? I don't really pay attention to Turtles comments or comics. I haven't really been much of a comic fan. You're not fat, you're fluffy, of course. Mr. Gabriel Iglesias said it best. Who's your favorite character in Injustice 2? I did get a bunch of the DLCs. So there was there was Hellboy and the Turtles and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I haven't got a chance to really kind of mess around with it because I'm still kind of playing around with Mortal Kombat 11. Ever since they added RoboCop to it, RoboCop's my favorite character in the sci-fi realm, so I do like that they did that. So you can do Terminator versus RoboCop. It's pretty awesome. Enchantress is your favorite? Awesome. Like I said, I've had a chance to really play any of those, so I just have them on my PS4 for the sake of being able to have an opportunity to play them. Actually, I know this sounds weird. I actually got the new the rehydrated SpongeBob game that they did, because I remember I used to have it on the PS2. It was actually very fun. Take the fact that it's a SpongeBob branded video game title. It's actually a very, very fun game. So, physical media is better because over movie ever. Okay. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. I actually just got done doing some exercising and stuff. I went in the pool to cool off. So, yeah, I'm starting to work on like focusing on my health and stuff, just because a lot of stuff that has been happening to me lately is I just want to be able to focus on myself. But yeah. Are you excited for next gen PlayStation, Xbox? I'm not much of an Xbox player. I mean, I have that modded Xbox, which I could totally do a better video of that now that I have a better phone, if anybody wants to see that, because I got a modified Xbox that plays every video game system that's considered retro. So, and I could play classic arcade games like the X-Men arcade and a few other stuff. So if anybody wants to see that, feel free to let me know. I got people calling me on the phone, so bear with me. People, I have a lot of people that like me, so they like to call me. But yeah, how am I enjoying sunny Florida? It's okay. I'm still getting used to the hot weather. After I moved here, when I moved here, when I was packing all my stuff up, it was 32 degrees in Alabama. So going from 32-degree weather all the way to like 80-degree weather within a day was a really messed up change of pace. So yeah, it's blistering heat. That's why I've got a pool back here. I've got a really nice. I don't know if I can show it off. My back window here. Hang on. Can I flip the camera around? Let's see. You guys might. Yeah, there's the pool, right there. You can't see it because there's a floaty right there, but yeah. So, let's see, is there any more comments? Can you name 3 of your favorite anime to watch? I mean, I'm not much of an anime fan, surprisingly. I mean, I got Dragon Ball Z recently, and that's mostly because me and my cousin are going to watch it together. He's a bigger Dragon Ball Z fan. So, but I'm not much of an anime person. I grew up on Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but a lot of people like to sit there and go, that's not anime. Hey, Cody, do you care about any of the Snyder Cut stuff? What's your opinion on the last few years of DC movies in general? A lot of people don't know this about me, despite my, my love for the Marvel films, because I feel like Marvel knows how to do a better job at making movies. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the DC product that they've been pushing out. And my favorite superhero is Batman. So I liked some things that they did with the characters. The movies themselves are just kind of, I don't know. Everybody's hyped up about the Snyder Cut, and I'm just kind of like, well, I didn't care for the Justice League, but I also didn't care about Batman versus Superman. Zack Snyder did that, so I don't know. It's just kind of like a double-edged sword at this point. If I say I like it, then people are going to be like, okay, and then if I say I don't like it, then it's a lot worse, but it was okay. Let's just go with that. Let's just do a median there. Going to have to make a trip to the parks when it cools down. Yeah, well, I went to a couple weeks ago for the 4th of July. And you can still see I got a little bit of a redness around here. I went to a place called Sun and Fun, which is out here in Sarasota, Florida. So, yeah, and I did I did the belly flop contest, and I was supposed to win. Everybody came up to me and said, you should have won. I thought it was funny, because every time I'd walk around the pool, which is a big pool, and they actually told me I should have won. But, yeah. What's your favorite Power Ranger season? Lightspeed Rescue. Everybody, for those of you guys that don't know that are in the stream and didn't know this, I actually originally started off as a, strictly Power Rangers channel, and after I sold my collection, I just decided to do an all-around, all-in-general, nerd-related channel. So, but yeah, Lightspeed Rescue is my favorite. My favorite Ranger is the Titanium Ranger. So, let's see. Surprised Brendan hasn't dropped in here yet. He's probably being a lazy ass, sleeping in his bed. Have you seen Maniac Cop? I've heard of it. I want to check out a lot of stuff. So, what's your favorite Nickelodeon show? Favorite Nickelodeon show would probably be Rocko's Modern Life. I think Rocko's Modern Life is like one of the more, I prefer fourth wall breaking content, and I think that's a pretty fun little, and it's just kind of like, it's made for adults and kids, and I think it's just really fun. Let's see. Lightspeed Rescue was great. I have not been watching Beast Morphers. Like I said, I dropped out of Power Rangers a year ago, so it's just been a huge turnoff to me because, I went through some pretty relentless hate mongering from the Power Ranger fandom just because I spoke my mind on certain things, and everybody became offended. And anyone with any kind of platform to stand on with too much control over the fan base is a complete asshat. I just could not stand the people that were, overly sensitive to what I had to say. You know what I mean? So I just kind of dropped out. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite of all time. Other two animators are like, no, I haven't heard of any of those. Of the 90s Batman and Nolan films, and I think the Snyder Superman movies have been a big disappointment. I have watched Super Sentai. I watched Zyuranger because I bought the DVD set just to kind of pique my curiosity in that genre because of the fact that that's where Power Rangers came from. So I actually really liked Zyuranger, and then I watched, I think, the first half of Dairanger, and then I dropped out of it because I couldn't really. I'm not big into focusing on TV shows for too long, and most of the reason why is because I have a short attention span. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, all this stuff in my room, I'll be watching TV and be like, I feel like playing a video game, or I feel like listening to music, or I feel like going outside and doing something. I just like I'm kind of like, and that's the autism part of the whole thing. Is just my mind just goes 90 to nothing, and that's why it's hard for me to sleep sometimes too. So, but yeah, I really don't focus a lot on TV shows too long. Like I'm still working on the X-Files, man. That show's pretty amazing. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate MMPR the movie? I mean, without complete nostalgia bias, the movie is fun as hell. Like, I mean, I still think it has a lot of nostalgic value, but in all honesty, it's like definitely not aged well in today's time. Like, I mean, it looks like a like a 90s ball of vomit. Like, it's so cheesy. But I love that kind of stuff. I just don't. I think it's better than Turbo, and I still love Ivan Ooze, and I think it's one of my favorite 90s movies that I grew up with. But that's not saying much considering what I have around my. Look at these two things right next to each other right here. That poster and this poster. And then that poster. Like, you really think I don't. I really have a terrible taste in film. I really do. But most of my opinions for really good movies are pretty validated by a lot of people. They'll agree with me. But when I talk about shit like Inspector Gadget or the Mario movie or hell, even '98 Godzilla, I get a lot of hate for it. Um, let's see. I'd say I'd give it around, since you were talking about scales, I'd probably give it about a solid 8. Like, just without complete bias, I still think it's fun. What's your thought on the Hornator and Scorpitron attacking Angel Grove scene? And the animation or the CGI is just absolute trash. I think that's all I can really say about that. Can you name your favorite movies of 2020 so far? Let me think real quick, because what's come out in 2020? Like, the whole damn year has just been kind of a blur. Like, every time I wake up, are we still in 2020? Like, I can't. So, have there been movies in 2020? I'm gonna have to check this real quick. Give me just a second, because I remember 2019 very fondly. They had some pretty good movies that came out. At least I think so, or fun movies. Let's see. Nope, that's 2019. I'm going through my Voodoo list right now just because I honestly do not know. I think the only 2020 movie that I've watched this year is Scoob. No joke. Like, I think movies are kind of like a dead brand right now. Like, or it's kind of a dead thing. I think a lot of people have also told me about a movie called The Invisible Man. Did that come out this year? It did. I've heard people say that that's a good movie. Wait, I take that back. This did come out. Okay. See, I thought it was 2019. I really enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's go with that. Sonic the Hedgehog's one of, probably on the top. Do you like Power Rangers in Space? That's a really good a good series. Power Rangers in Space is probably one of, if not like, my second favorite season of Power Rangers, just because of how like dramatic it can get. With you being in Florida, do you plan on doing more out and about videos? I want to so bad. Like, I have the equipment to do so. I just cannot find a way to get out there right now because everybody is in a state of like closing down out here in Sarasota. You cannot really do much. Hell, I can't even get my hair cut right now. I was thank God that I think a couple of months after I got moved to Florida, I was able to actually get a haircut at the time. But now I just can't, and I have the money to do so, but I'm afraid I'm going to start looking like an idiot soon. But I'm not out there protesting in the streets that I want a damn haircut. If I really need to, I'll shave my head bald. I'll complete the transformation. I'll look like my father. But yeah, I want to go to like some of the parks. I want to go to some of the beaches. I want to go to some stores. There was a store that I did go to. I just didn't have enough time to, and I didn't have a charge on my phone. I didn't even know I was going to. Was this local like place? It kind of reminds people of Frankensons a little bit, but it's a really nice like little like comic book and toy shop. And I want to go back and get some footage over there because there's a lot of cool shit over there. So maybe one day there'll be some more content, but right now it's just it's finding the time and making sure everything's open and also having people help me get to these places. Because I don't drive. I don't know if people know this. I don't drive because I have PTSD from a really bad car accident I was in like 4 or 5 years ago. So I've still kind of got a problem with that. And Florida drivers are crazy. What are your top 5 favorite movies from 2019? Okay, so I really enjoyed It Chapter 2. I know a lot of people thought that was trash, but still, I enjoyed it. That was actually one of the last movies I went to see in 2019. Godzilla King of the Monsters. What else came out? Hang on, let me go look. Because I do have most of them. Godzilla King of the Monsters was a fun movie. Spider-Man Far From Home, Avengers Endgame, and the hell else came out? Detective Pikachu. Yeah, it's because I'm a nerd. I know I'm not reading a lot of people's comments as quickly as I want, but I'm going to try to read everything. You remember the finale of Power Rangers in Space Countdown to Destruction that was considered to be the season finale, it was a series of finale, technically. Yeah, that was supposed to be the end of Power Rangers, but that brought in a lot of viewers. Do you collect VHS? I used to. I do have some VHS tapes over here. Like I have my original Batman Forever VHS tape my dad got me, and then somebody sent me some fan mail, like some two sealed. Let me see if I can show them off real quick. These 2 sealed Batman the Animated Series VHS tapes right here, which is pretty cool. They still got a seal on it. But I keep these up here because, again, most of the stuff that I collect and put on the shelf are stuff that my dad got me when I was a kid, and people are helping me get back. So I've had people actually ask me about fan mail and stuff like that, but I haven't thought that far ahead yet, unfortunately. I want to, but I don't have a P.O. box, so let's see. Other comments. I've never been to Florida. I'll be going in January for my cruise, hopefully. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fun. You find a lot of things out here. You need theme park tips and hints, hit me up. I'm over at Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I got you. All right, man. Thanks. What's up, David? For those Batman Forever pops, I need... hey, Cody, question for you. Those Batman Forever pops, I need those so badly. Yeah, I mean, those are pretty cool pops. This is some of the... I actually have... to keep getting up to show stuff, but... I got the Joker, Riddler, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, and Poison Ivy so far. And need Penguin and Catwoman, so... I'm working on those as well. One movie people bash a lot was X-Men Dark Phoenix. I'm going to be honest with you. X-Men's just kind of been a hit or miss thing for me. I love Days of Future Past. Wasn't a big fan of... I wasn't a big fan of the... Apocalypse. That's the other one. I just think they did Apocalypse really dirty. And then... I don't know about Dark Phoenix. That's a very touchy subject just because everybody knows what happened with X-Men Last Stand. I think they ruined the Phoenix saga and that. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it just because I kind of forgot about that movie, to be honest with you. What's up, man? You love Batmobile? So do I. I got this animated series one down here. I don't know if you can see it. That's pretty awesome. Did I see the Power Rangers 2017 movie? Yes, I actually went to go see that 3 times. I went with my mother. I went with a couple of my friends. So yeah, that was a fun experience. Have you seen the movie Osmosis Jones before? Yes, I remember. I remember the animated show they did. They're doing a San Diego Comic-Con Mr. Freeze Pop exclusive. It comes out the 20th. It looks awesome. Yeah, I'm probably going to pick that up as well. Hey, whatever happened to you and Mercari? Are you still active on there? Or are you trying... Okay, let me explain this. So, the reason why I got banned on Mercari was because I spent $140 on there and they considered it suspicious activity. Granted, I was using my own payment, like my own credit card and stuff. But they said because my card isn't linked to this address that I'm at where my stuff was being sent, I have to prove that the card is mine. And I'm just like, how the hell do I do such a thing? They're taking so long to respond to me. It's just like, why can't I just provide you my bank statement to show you I purchased it? And they said that's not enough proof. And I'm like, okay, well then I guess I'm gonna have to suck it up and say goodbye to this damn thing. I'm out $23 on there that I could cash out. I can't cash out right now. So $23, oh well, I guess. But yeah, they're kind of screwing me over, so I'm not using them again. Do you collect any of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures? Yeah, I have a couple. I bought... Let me turn the camera around. I really do love this damn phone now, because I could do things like this. So I have the Red Ranger, Psycho Ranger pack right there. I don't know if you guys can see up there. I got Goldar and Lord Zed. And I got that tray of Triforia one up there. So, and I know it's shaking around and a lot, but yeah. Let's see. Hope you see my collection of Batman. I'll check it out, man. I love Batmobiles and stuff too. I really need to work on, check this stuff. Which do you prefer, the green MMPR or white MMPR? I love the look and aesthetic of the White Ranger, just the look of the helmet and stuff. And I think I really enjoyed the Tiger Zord a lot. So, I actually had that over the Dragon Zord when I was a kid, so I think it's just more biased. Thank you, Mr. Teacher Man. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. So, but yeah. Yes, I did pre-order that. I know a lot of people. That's actually one of the biggest videos that I've uploaded recently. For some reason, it's 2 minutes of me explaining the release of the Friday the 13th Ultimate set that Shop Factory is releasing. So I did pre-order that, and you guys can look forward to that video. What's your Grail item that you want to one day obtain? Okay, so this is going to be an interesting conversation, and it's not necessarily a toy or anything. If it's off limits, I will tell you my biggest Grail item would be the autograph of Andy Kaufman. For those of you guys who don't know, Andy Kaufman is like my big inspiration. And people don't know this, I'm working on actually doing a career in comedy and stuff like that. So, I'm actually fixing to start doing some stand-up routines and stuff like that. I've been pushed by friends and family because people think I'm funny as hell. I just don't present it as much on this channel just because I don't work that hard and trying to be funny. I'm trying to be actually informative. But, yeah, Andy Kaufman is like, his autograph would mean a lot to me. Yes, I used to watch a lot of Kids WB shows back when Pokemon was on. They also had the Jackie Chan Adventures. Do you have any of the old Power Rangers SPD DVDs? No, I don't. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, man. Thanks for joining the Darkwing chat last Saturday. That was fun. I didn't even realize an hour and a half passed by after that was over. You're doing a custom-made 1/18 scale Volkswagen Beetle Batmobile. I hope I can finish it. That's pretty cool, man. What's your Pop Grail? I don't think I have one. I'm not really into collecting, heavily into Funko Pops as most people are, because I only have, I think I only got 45 Pops. So if I had to choose a Grail, it would probably be my signed Gabriel Iglesias one. It's my only one that's signed, and I just recently ordered one to get Jeff Dunham's autograph as well. It's on a Pop, so that's supposed to be coming soon. I'll be doing a video on that as well. Well, good luck, bro. I hope you be successful in being a comedian. You got the looks of a star. Yeah, I look like I'm completely falling apart. Celebrity status. in the movie Osmosis Jones, there's a Pikachu cameo in the film. Oh, that's cool. I haven't watched that movie in forever. I think I remember we watched it in science class one year. And I when I was in like elementary school or middle school or something, and just because it has to do with characters inside of a human's like bloodstream or something. It's just been so long since I've watched that. I need to really check that out again. Your favorite movie ever is Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of crap when people sit there and go, Cody, what's your favorite movie? And everybody sits there and expects me to sit there and go like, oh, Jurassic Park, all the, nerdy stuff. Now I sit there and go, Man on the Moon? Man on the what? What movie is that? It's about Andy Kaufman. It's literally directed by Milos Forman, who directed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Amadeus. He's a great director. I like his storytelling, and I like the history behind that film, and Jim Carrey is one of my favorite comedians. So for him to play one of my inspirations into comedy, that's 2 and 2 right there. I like both of those guys, so that's pretty awesome. Have you ever seen any cut of Spider-Man 2? Which do you prefer? I saw the 2.0 cut, or 2.1, sorry. Spider-Man 2.1. That cut, I don't know, because I remember watching the theatrical one so much that the 2.1 cut kind of caught me off guard. Like, there was a lot more fight scenes with Doc Ock. I think the opening scene was a little different with the pizza man sitting there saying, like, the way he was talking. Like, I don't know. It's different. There's a lot of different things in that movie. There was one scene that sticks out from the 2.1 cut is when J. Jonah Jameson's hopped on his desk in the Spider-Man outfit when Peter Parker throws away his suit. And yeah, that stands out. That's probably like the most appealing thing about that. And I just recently watched the director's cut of Spider-Man 3. It doesn't make the movie any better. Will Robert Pattinson make a good Batman? Honestly, I'm not gonna judge it. I'm not gonna judge him before I see the movie. It's happened before, guys. I was one of those people that was just really kind of playing into the distaste of Heath Ledger being the Joker back in 2008, and look what happened. I mean, you can't really go off of like what I mean. It's all about the direction. The actor may have been a sparkly vampire in a really crappy movie at one point based on a really crappy book series, but apparently he's done some great movies, and I've never watched them before, but I'm going to just wait until I actually see it. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, best Batman movies. I mean, I don't know about that one. I have this back here because I paid $30 for this. I paid $30 for a 10-foot banner, and I will appreciate Batman and Robin for one thing, is the look of the film. The cinematography and the actual look of the film, the costumes, the colors, very appealing. And of course, that's why it sucked so hard, was because it was too toyetic. Man on the Moon was fantastic. Have you watched? Yes, I did watch Jim and Andy. Yeah, he claims Andy Kaufman possessed his mind so he can be in his own film. I did watch Jim and Andy. Oh, you said Superman too. See, that's why I need glasses. Superman 2. The Richard Donner cut? Yeah, that was a good one. I like the Richard Donner cut. I think the new Power Rangers movie sounds like crap. Well, I say otherwise. I used to be an obsessed weirdo watching the Power Rangers movie, and it was actually pretty good. It's definitely better than the past 3 Transformers movies, and it actually has a lot of heartfelt moments. Bryan Cranston is Zordon, and Bill Hader plays Alpha. I think that should be enough to get you interested. Do you ever see a live-action Spider-Verse movie happening anytime soon? Anything can happen. I'll be honest with you. It's just kind of, whether or not what I personally would like to see is, say, Tobey Maguire coming back to play like the older Peter Parker and being kind of retired and helping a new generation Spider-Man type thing, kind of like how Into the Spider-Verse was. Which character from Batman and Robin? I mean, Mr. Freeze is like the highlight of that movie. That's like one of my biggest things. Oh, I didn't even know Hasbro was doing a new Power Ranger movie. I haven't been paying attention to that. I honestly did not know that. Have you played any of the Power Ranger video games? I mean, I played a good chunk of them. I mean, got most of them. Are you a fan of Kaufman's work in Taxi? I mean, him playing Lotka, it was one of his most despised credentials when it came to his acting career. He was just not a big fan of the sitcom work, so I haven't got a chance to actually sit down and sit through Taxi. I knew Judd Hirsch said that, Andy really hated working that role. So, yeah, it's kind of like he almost got typecasted for that character. So his career kind of went down the tubes just because everybody expected it. Do Lotka. Thank you very much. Mr. Freeze's ice puns were so bad and so good at the same time. That's what I love about. I remember growing up on Batman and Robin. They had Mr. Freeze Pop Tarts. I was deployed to Afghanistan when Twilight was being made for some great comedy to see a bunch of guys, their bunks with their weapons, reading the books. What? that's great. That's great. And Batman and Robin, does Bruce Wayne miss his friend Harvey Cent? Are you a fan of the TMNT cartoon early 90s? Well, I mean, it was late 80s, early 90s, and ran 10 seasons. I watched, like, the first 7 seasons, and I wasn't able to get all the way through it. I mean, it's a product of its time, and that's why Ninja Turtles is popular. I still prefer the first movie. I still prefer the movies over the cartoon series, so, yeah, I haven't even got a chance to check out most of the cartoons, to be honest with you. But yeah, and I even sat through. It's mostly because they did a crossover with the Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles: Next Mutation. I have that, so. I mean, I don't know if, I mean, he technically did push him over the side of, like, off of a pillar after saving Robin and Chase Meridian from death and pretty much killed him. I don't know if he misses that. Do you like Power Rangers SPD? I did watch it at one point. And it was okay. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the later seasons of Power Rangers. I know a lot of people like SPD. I think Bridge was one of the best parts of that, just like Ziggy was the best part of RPM. I just think some of the Disney seasons are just kind of hit or miss for me. I wasn't a big fan of Operation Overdrive, just like everybody else. A lot of people aren't big fans of that one, but I do technically own every single season, though. I don't necessarily need Netflix, but I got that giant DVD set up there from Shout Factory. And then I've got those DVDs over here, which is what you guys see this background all the time when I usually do DVD reviews. New team made of obnoxious Gen Z stereotypes. Go back to time to the 90s to replace the original TV Rangers. I don't know about that. What was your first Power Rangers action? You may have to give me some kind of context on that question. What's an action seeker? Or Power Rangers action scene, maybe? I don't know. Sometimes people do typos. But I'll get back. They should put a rare scene in Batman Robin where Bruce Wayne goes to see Harvey Dent at his grave. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Batman and Robin is literally if anything, we can thank that movie for giving us the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, they totally rebooted it, because I don't know if anybody knows this. After Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher, God rest his soul, he just recently passed away like a few weeks ago. He was originally going to do a sequel called Batman Triumphant, and God, saying this out loud just hurts my head. Coolio was going to be playing the Scarecrow. And I said that with a straight face almost. What was your first Power Rangers action figure? Okay, my first Power Rangers action figure was the Falls Apart Putty Patroller. My dad got that for me back in 1995. It was literally my first, or it was 94. It was 94 because I had the White Ranger costume. Yeah, so he got that for me, and I remember that. I wish I did have that, like probably brand new in the packaging, and then also one I can actually sit there and actually push the button for it to fall apart. I like watch it fall apart. I actually have something that one of my friends gave me that reminds me. I've never actually seen other toys do this, and this is a really weird Inspector Gadget toy right here that I have. I've never seen him actually have a yellow coat before. And no, it's not a prototype, but watch this. You guys ready? When I said Falls Apart Putty Patroller, I mean it did something like this. Oh no, it's broken. Okay. I'm going to set that aside because he's all over the place now. Poor Gadget. He's decapitated, disarmed, and dislegged. They took my legs and they put it over there. And then they put my head and put it over there. I don't know why I'm doing these jokes. Yeah, that Inspector Gadget banner is a straight up monstrosity to a lot of people, but I love it. Okay. Yeah, guys. You guys got any more last minute questions? Because I'm gonna probably go ahead and go in just a second. I just wanted to hop on here and kind of talk to you guys. What's your favorite Call of Duty video game? I'm not even that big into Call of Duty. I remember me and my cousin back in 2011 went and stood in line for like 3 hours to get Modern Warfare 3, and we played it. So, I mean, I guess that might be my answer. Do you have the Power Rangers RPM demo DVD? I don't. What's your favorite food to cook? I really love sushi. Sushi is like my biggest thing. What's your favorite book? I'll tell you the one book that I've read. I've read a lot over the years and started reading in high school was It. So, dude, imagine being drugged and waking up in Cody's room with Power Rangers Batman. Yeah, that would probably even scare me. Where am I? This assumed virgin's bedroom? Oh my god. Oh, hang on. Let me make it worse. Give me just a second. Ugh. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. This is the reason why I did that. Let's make it worse. Let's have these red lights behind the TV adding to the ambience. And then I'll just pop on the TV. Hello. I want to play a game. Stratego. Alright. Let's read some of the comments. How did you like the scene in Disney's Inspector Gadget where Gadget's battles Robo Gadget and falls? Because that was a fun scene. Yeah. I like that movie all around. And it's a short movie, so. Alright, guys, I'm fixing to go in like 5 minutes, so, yeah, go ahead and answer your last minute questions, and I'm going to go. I'm actually surprised. Some of the people ask me some of the typical questions that I usually get. Someone asked me what my favorite 90s TV show is, and I'd usually answer with something. Right now, I'm enjoying The X-Files. I think The X-Files is a really fun TV series. Do you like Soul of the Dragon? I don't think I've seen or read that. Do you know that Fantastic Four is on Disney Plus? The TV show or something? I'm actually going to have to cut it short because I got someone barking, or my dog's barking. So, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.